Starts now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 5. I'm Justin Benny. As the calendar turns to May this weekend, most people will officially be putting away their snowblowers, if they haven't already, and taking out their lawnmowers. But a new program in Wausau is encouraging people to hold off on cutting their grass for a little while. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson explains.
The familiar buzz of bees will emerge this spring. The month of May is peak time for pollinators like bees, butterflies, and birds. Pollinators help our crops grow, so Brad Lenz thinks it's only necessary that we reciprocate.
We should do all we can to try to help them out.
Lenz works with the city of Wausau. Last year, he and other city employees heard a presentation on the first No Mow May in Appleton. This year, the project is coming to Wausau. The City Council decided upon a resolution allowing participating residents in Wausau to not mow their lawns for the entire month of May. If you live in Wausau and see that your neighbor's grass is getting pretty long, check for one of these signs. It's a free pass so that they don't have to mow their lawn for the entire month of May. The resolution relaxes the city's normal ordinance that untamed lawns can result in a fee of almost $100.
The city won't take action against people who don't mow their lawns. Normally, we have an ordinance that says you have to maintain your lawn.
Lenz points to Appleton's success in the project last year.
It's been shown that it's really beneficial for bees and other pollinators to let our yards grow a little bit longer. Particularly in the month of May, it's an important month. It's when wildflowers are growing and other grasses and food that they need to survive and to grow.
He also notes that pollinators' populations have been low recently.
Bees and other pollinators, they help our crops grow and our wildflowers and other plants, so they're really important to the ecosystem.
To participate, you need to live in the city of Wausau and register online and get a yard sign. There's also a citizen scientist component. Participants collect data about grass length, plant diversity, and what pollinators are sticking around their yard.
If people just let their lawns grow a little bit, it really helps out the bees and it helps grow their populations.
At the end of May, Wausau will compile the data and have the Appleton professor analyze it. Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Wausau, I'm Morgan Johnson.
You may have noticed in Morgan's video there, it was really nice for a little while today, Jeff.
Yeah, but now the cold front is through. Temperatures are dropping and sunshine's returning. And tomorrow is going to be an even nicer day than today with temperatures back up near 60. There's the front now across southeastern parts of Wisconsin, moving that way away from us. For us this evening, we'll get some clearing skies later on. And we are in for a lot of sunshine tomorrow as the air is moving our way over here. It's going to be over there. That's good news for us, but it gets warmer, though. This weekend, we could see high temperatures in the 70s, but not so much right now. We're currently in the 50s in Tomahawk, 60 in Wausau. So where there is sunshine today, temperatures are in the 60s, even a few low 70s across parts of central Wisconsin. But for now, partly cloudy skies tonight and a bit cool with low temperatures down near freezing. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. We continue to see some mixed news when it comes to the COVID-19 situation in Wisconsin. The number of new confirmed cases in the state continues to inch up as the Department of Health Services reports 806 new cases today. Death numbers have seen the biggest jump lately, but as I told you yesterday, many of the reported deaths actually happened more than 1 month ago, so it's not as sharp a rise as it appears. However, our 12-county north central Wisconsin region is the only region in the state where COVID hospitalization numbers are significantly increasing over the last 2 weeks. DHS reports we're averaging about 28 people in our region in the hospital with COVID-19 right now. Meanwhile, the pace of COVID-19 vaccinations across Wisconsin has slowed a bit over the last few weeks. Right now, DHS reports about 43% of people in the state have now received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. They report about 33% of people have now completed their vaccination. If you're still looking to get vaccinated, there will be a Moderna vaccine clinic at the Lake of the Torches Convention Center tomorrow in Lac du Flambeau. It's scheduled for 10 till 1. Organizers say before you come, make sure you can commit to getting your second dose in 4 weeks. Doses will be given out on a first come, first served basis. You can register at the vaccination site. Many Americans appear to be a bit confused about the importance of getting that second dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. Over 1,000 adults were polled back in February. 1/5 of them believe the vaccine provides enough protection after just one dose. They don't need a second. Less than half believe the vaccines provided strong protection by 2 weeks after the second dose, which the CDC says it does. That's when you are fully vaccinated. Latinos and blacks were likely to be the most unsure about the protection following the second dose than white respondents. The study authors say the debate about the possible merits of delaying the second dose may have contributed to this confusion. On Monday, we told you 17-year-old Cam Bessinen's body was found in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. He'd been missing since Friday. Beth Winters heard about Cam's disappearance and joined in the search over the weekend. Her own son is near Cam's age, also has autism. She says Bessinen's nightmare could have easily been their reality.
Having a child on the spectrum similar to Cam, though our child's verbal, right away thought it could be him, and I told my husband, I'm like, we gotta go. So we loaded up our four-wheeler and we headed up there just to help look.
Winters and other allies reached out to law enforcement, search and rescue teams and other emergency responders this week, trying to find a way to make sure if a situation like Cam's happens again, that there will be a better outcome. They say the biggest key is to help fill in the information gap for searchers, especially when searching for people with special needs.
One of the moms had a couple of sheets of paper that showed all this information about your child that you could have on file or even just have in your own home, so that if something, God forbid, ever does happen to your child, you have that information available.
Authorities say having information ready to go before a crisis is key. We'll have more on this issue coming up on Newswatch 12 at 6. No matter the situation, cancer is always a difficult prognosis, especially in younger adults and kids. To help this year, UW Health's Cancer Center created a telemedicine adolescent and young adult oncology program. The goal of getting needed resources to this specific demographic and hopefully improving their lives.
There's research that suggests that adolescent and young adult outcomes are poorer than either pediatric or older adult patients. We also see higher levels of psychosocial distress in these patients.
The patient's oncology team will also provide resources like peer support groups, physical therapy, occupational therapy, nutritionists, reproductive endocrinology, and more.
We in our clinic provide needs assessment for people who are undergoing active treatment, but we also do it for people who are in survivorship. And so I think that there's a lot of opportunities for us to see patients throughout their entire care continuum as part of this model.
So they also work to develop care plans, help people get back into the world after or during cancer treatment. The goal of the program is to improve care for this specific demographic, older kids and young adults, roughly 200 patients like that they treat each year. The first round of the 2021 NFL Draft is set to kick off in just about 2 hours now. You'll remember last year, the Packers surprised everyone, drafting quarterback Jordan Love in the first round. And some news today is laying the groundwork for potentially some huge Packers news tonight. Newswatch 12's Nate Myhock joins us now live in studio to explain. Nate, what's going on?
Yeah, Justin, I am legitimately stunned by this news. So a report has come out that Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. ESPN's Adam Schefter was the first to report the news. And according to him, both Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur have flown out to meet with Rodgers during the offseason. And the organization has said numerous times that they are not planning on trading the quarterback. And they actually backed that up recently by reportedly rejecting trades that had been discussed. This could fall back on Rodgers wanting an extension on his contract and initially being refused. And now sources are saying that extension has been offered. In the meantime, Rodgers still on the roster, but with the draft coming up tonight, we'll see if that changes over the weekend. Justin?
All right, thanks. They could be angling, too, to see if they draft the guy he wants. Bears are some of the most popular and dangerous animals here in the Northwoods, not the Chicago Bears, but actual bears. Coming up, we'll have some tips from local animal experts to help stay safe in the wild. But first, Jeff's in with your full forecast. You're watching Newswatch 12. We're proud to serve Arbor Vitae, folks all across the Northwoods of Wisconsin.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. with best-in-class available towing and payload and an available interior work surface. It's built to work hard and smart because the truck of the future isn't built for a few. It's built for America. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Now, get $5,000 total cash on a built Ford Tough F-150. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes your stomach for fast relief. And get the same fast relief in a delightful chew with Pepto-Bismol Chews.
Start your day with Secret. Secret stops sweat 3 times more than ordinary antiperspirants. The new Pro Vitamin B5 formula is gentle on skin. With Secret, outlast anything. No sweat. Secret.
No sweat.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
There you are. This is what a cold front looks like today. Lots of low clouds, some light showers in there as well. That passed through and now the wind shifted out of the northwest and we are in a drying out mode now. And we'll likely get the clouds out of here tonight too with much colder temperatures. In fact, out there right now, current temperatures are hanging out near 48 in Rhinelander, 53 for Antigo, 60 though for Wausau. So where they got a little sunshine today, temperatures are nice and toasty. The rest of us though are a bit cool. The average high now is 60 this time of year. 35 is the average low. The record low is 16 back in 1958, and there is sunset tonight now at 8:03 this evening. Okay, so you ready? Your eye goes right there. Let your eye just rest there for a moment. 77 and sunny or mostly sunny on Saturday. We're going to do it with a really strong gusty southwest wind. A bit cooler as the front comes through on Sunday, the high of 65, but overall the average high being 60 will be near or likely above that for a couple days into next week. There is the front now across parts of southeastern Wisconsin, moving to the south and east this evening. Behind it, the air is drying out, dew points are dropping, and we should get rid of the cloud cover tonight as well and give us a very sunny day tomorrow, followed by a push of warmer air getting in here on Saturday. As our air right now, though, is coming from this direction. That's going to change tomorrow, though, as a high pressure, that one right there, is going to slide to our east tomorrow. Around high pressure, air goes clockwise like this. We're going to kick in a southwest breeze tomorrow night into parts of Friday, and that's going to really give temperatures a boost this time of year, up into the 70s across pretty much all of Wisconsin, and maybe a few low 80s across southern Wisconsin on Saturday. The wind, though, is shifting. You're going to feel this tonight. So the front's gone through. The wind's out of the northwest now, kind of flowing in behind that front, kind of filling that space up in the atmosphere. So look for wind gusts tonight near 25 miles per hour. That could rattle your windows just a bit as that colder air is flooding in. Also kicking up allergies, too. So for tomorrow, tree pollen is in the low category. We didn't quite wash it out of the air today. Grass, weed, and mold looking pretty good still into the early parts of May. Our forecast for tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies and still breezy, right? So the wind could gust near 25 miles per hour, making that 32 feel much colder tonight into tomorrow morning. For tomorrow, though, it's Friday. Lots of sunshine tomorrow with highs near 58, so reaching for 60. A couple of you will probably do it. it with a northwest wind gusting near 25. Will make it feel a bit colder tomorrow once again. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows, look at Saturday. 77, partly cloudy and awesome outside Saturday. Then a front comes through Sunday, scattered rain showers Sunday, not an all-day rain. And then a bit cooler for us Monday into Tuesday with temperatures back in the upper 50s to low 60s. Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Wisconsin is home to many furry creatures, including black bears, and we can all get along safely with some measures to keep in mind. Newswatch 12's Andrew Kiekefer has details.
Wisconsin is home to one of the densest bear populations worldwide.
Wisconsin's current blackbird population lies at somewhere around 24,000 bear.
The majority of the population lives in the northern third of our state.
You're much more likely to see them up in the northern areas than you are in the southern regions of Wisconsin.
There are ways to protect yourself if you come across one. So while out on a hike, if you encounter a black bear, the first thing you want to do is look big. So stretch out your clothing, look as big as possible, look alive. You don't want to play dead. Another thing you can do is make noise, get really loud out there, make your presence known for that black bear to avoid any negative encounters with them.
It's important never to run away from a black bear. Instead, like I said, create the illusion of being large, being noisy, and then slowly backing away from a bear is the best way to avoid it. And then also to give it an escape route. So if you are with a group or you have it backed up against a building or something else, just to make sure to maneuver yourself where the bear can easily escape and get away.
Black bears aren't usually confrontational.
They are shy by nature. So they usually don't try to create conflict or anything like that. However, because they do have such a strong sense of smell, anything that might spark their interest within an area in a backyard or around humans.
With a powerful sense of smell, black bears could be attracted right to your home. To deter a black bear from coming to your yard, you can take some practical measures.
You want to make sure your garbage is brought indoors and always clean.
You should also take in your bird feeders every night and hang them properly when outdoors.
That they are being hung 10 feet up in the air, at least 5 feet away from any structure that a bear could climb or be supported by.
And keep your homegrown vegetables your own.
As soon as your vegetables ripen, try to pick them. If there are any rotting vegetables in your garden, you want to remove those as soon as possible because they do create a very distinct smell, and bears have a wonderful sense of smell.
Reporting for Newswatch 12, I'm Andrew Kiekefer.
One of the if you find a nuisance bear, you can call the USDA Wildlife Services Office out of Rhinelander. We'll also tell you how to keep your pets safe from bears coming up on Newswatch 12 at 6. 100 days into the Biden administration, the president addressed Congress on his agenda for the year last night. We'll have the latest on that, including the potential for some police reform legislation after the break.
Keeping your family close together in your home these days are important. Let us remodel your kitchen and bath. Kitchen Bath Mart specializes in complete remodels for the past 35 years. From design to install, we'll take good care of you. Stop in or call us today at Kitchen Bath Mart. We're your #1 choice in kitchen and bath remodeling. Highway 70 East in Arborvitae.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill butter burger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you. Welcome to Delicious.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the coalition to salute America's heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Governor Evers signed a bill today requiring Wisconsin middle and high school social studies classes teach about the Holocaust and other genocides. Wisconsin now joins 17 other states requiring similar education. Under the new law, schools must include instruction on the Holocaust and other genocides at least once between 5th and 8th grade, so middle school, and once more in high school. A study released by the Milwaukee Jewish Federation last year found anti-Semitic incidents have more than tripled since 2015. The bipartisan measure passed the Wisconsin legislature unanimously this year. A judge has ruled that Republican leaders in the Wisconsin legislature illegally hired private taxpayer-funded attorneys to represent them in anticipation of lawsuits over redistricting. The lawsuit filed by attorney Lester Pines on behalf of 4 Madison teachers argued the state law does not allow for legislative leaders to hire attorneys outside the State Department of Justice before a lawsuit has been filed. The legislature has yet to begin the redistricting process, and there are no pending lawsuits. President Biden is traveling to Georgia today using the 100th day of his presidency to sell the ambitious agenda he outlined in last night's address to Congress. In addition to the massive expansion of federal programs he's proposing, he is also giving Congress a deadline to pass police reform legislation that bears George Floyd's name. Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
On his 100th day in office, President Biden hitting the road in Georgia, taking his vision for big government spending directly to the American people. That after laying out an ambitious agenda to Congress last night.
We have to prove democracy still works, that our government still works, and we can deliver for our people.
The president outlining roughly $4 trillion in new spending to rebuild the nation's infrastructure, create jobs, and invest in education from preschool to community college. He wants tax hikes on corporations and the wealthy to pay for it. Republicans starkly oppose the sweeping plans.
Has America heard a lengthy liberal daydream?
One potential area of compromise, police reform. George Floyd's family and attorneys meeting today with lawmakers from both parties.
We're going to save lives. I promise you that much.
After President Biden set a new deadline for Congress to pass reform in Floyd's name by the anniversary of his death next month.
We've all seen the knee of injustice on the neck of Black Americans. Now's our opportunity to make some real progress.
The president also urging Congress to pass legislation from immigration reform to voting rights and a $15 minimum wage. After decades in Washington and 100 days as president, he's betting the era of big government is back.
He's going to kill you. You need to hide. It's supposed to happen tomorrow. The killer is hunting my sister.
There are other forces at play here. What the hell?
2 episodes of Manifest, tonight on NBC.
Reddington's lying. This machine can prove it.
Elizabeth has my cipher.
This could finally prove that Reddington's a Russian agent.
At Marthaler's in Minocqua, we don't sell you a car, we help you buy a car. It's our goal to provide you with an excellent purchase and ownership experience. Stop by Marthaler's on Highway 51 in Minocqua or shop, click, and drive at MinocquaCars.com.
Commercial real estate auction, Hurley, Wisconsin, being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living from the injuries I sustained. During my road to recovery, it was a challenge, mostly trying to figure out what life would be like with my new physical injuries. But throughout that road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families. In most cases, there is a loved one back at home who has to drop everything they're doing to be at that veteran's bedside. And of course, there are huge financial burdens that come along with that. After veterans come through the Coalition's program, they are ready to be back into society, ready to go back to work, and ready to be a leader in their own community.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living. During my road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
You're watching NBC 12 from where you live. This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
One Pennsylvania town is using some kids to clean out dangerous weeds and other growth at a public park. By kids, I mean baby goats. Goats from a nonprofit called Allegheny Goatscape out of Pittsburgh. The poison ivy at River Gardens Park in Sharon apparently has gotten really bad, too much for humans to handle. So now 11 goats and a security donkey will be feasting on the floor there for the next few weeks, trying to get rid of all the poison ivy and such.
Did you say security donkey?
They have a security donkey.
Okay, let's do weather. Here we go. Let's look outside right now. Yeah, the cold front's gone through. The wind has shifted out of the northwest. We have cool temperatures in here tonight, and then tomorrow, lots of sunshine returning, and then the heat is on. Weekend temperatures on Saturday could approach the middle to upper 70s around here. Not so much right now, though. We're hanging out near 50 in Rhinelander, 53 for Antigo. There are 60s back to the south and west because they've had lots of sunshine today. Tomorrow, we will get near there with high temperatures up near 60. And then look what happens. Saturday, partly cloudy, 77. A couple of rain showers around here on Sunday.
If you don't like the goat story, don't get mad.
The security donkey?
Don't get mad, Jeff.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Go.
I'm so sorry. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 6 with more.